Hi guys, it's Mitch here. I'm just coming on to do Monday's guidance reading. So I just want to say before we start this video that I'm actually recording this video Sunday night, so Sunday evening, because on Monday I'm actually going to be off grid for the whole of that day because I'm actually going to be at my auntie's funeral, and you know, it's just going to be a day when I need to be off grid, I think, really. So I wanted to make sure I did a Monday guidance reading because I know a lot of people need them. Well, not need them, that sounds a bit dramatic, doesn't it? But they really look forward to them and they really help people and it sets people up for the week. And I think when you start something, you know, you shouldn't necessarily stop, even though you've got personal stuff going on. But I am going to say, guys, please don't sort of take any offence if I don't reply to any messages on Monday or whatever else. I'll get back to you obviously as and when, but Monday, I am letting you know now, Monday I'm off grid. I'm having that time with my family and to process really, and obviously to honour the funeral. So just wanted to sort of let you know about that. So the deck that I'm going to work with today, don't hate me guys, I don't as a rule ever promote sort of knockoff decks or anything, but I was at a sort of psychic, well not even a psychic fair, it was a village hall, little sort of fete actually, and like local little fete, and there was a sort of crystal mystical store there, and they were selling sort of tarot decks quite cheap, but I'm pretty sure this is one of the ones off Wish, so I'm sorry about that, guys, but it was like £3, so I couldn't not have it. So we're going to be working with the Star Tarot, but apologies that I'm using a knockoff because I don't ever advocate that as a rule normally. But these cards, they're really cool, they're really nice vibe. So these are the smaller version, that's why you know it's knockoff. But I just thought I want to work with them anyway because they're quite nice. So let's see what we need to know about for this Monday and for the coming week ahead. Channeling the cards here for the highest of good. Oops. And a few people that know about my auntie, just very briefly, have been saying, you know, are you sad? Are you upset? I am sad that obviously she's passed, because what I will say is it doesn't matter how spiritual a person is, we all have a right to grieve. We all have a right to grieve. But the spiritual side of me knows that she was in a lot of pain. She was suffering a lot. She'd had Parkinson's. She'd had quite a few strokes. And so she wasn't in a comfortable space in her life. So even though it was sad to hear the news a couple of weeks ago, obviously, and everything, it's also in a way been a blessing, because I would never want anybody to suffer, you know, longer than is necessary. And I think sometimes being spiritual, you have the grief, you have that sort of human side of life, but sometimes it opens up to a deeper piece of philosophy that you know your loved ones are safe in the next world. And very much I have had signs, I've had validations that she's safe, that she's there. So it's a bittersweet feeling. It's a really sort of weird feeling because there's two sides of the coin, you know. And I think grief is a lot like that for all of us in lots of different ways. Okay, sorry, I've just gone on a fun tangent then. Let's go back to Monday and this coming week ahead. Oh, that's too many. You're not having all those. That's far too many. Okay, bear with me. Let me get these back in some sort of order. We only want one. I'll know when, because one will just pop itself at me, and that will be the card that we need. Oops. Yeah, it's an interesting message. So we're going into the energy of the Hermit. So the Hermit's interesting. So on a personal level, I'll be pulling back a little bit this week. So I might not be as visible as I would usually be on a personal level. And obviously the Hermit's a good way of saying, you know, like what I've just literally said about needing some time to process, needing some time to be still, having some time out with my family. But for us as a collective, the Hermit is interesting. So maybe some of you at the moment have been, there's one or two things. I always think with the Hermit card, it can kind of go one or two ways. Primarily with the Hermit, this is sometimes feeling really overwhelmed when you're around people, and then sometimes needing to pull back and step back. But sometimes when you're on your own, it's a bit like there's a craving or there's a need to be around people. So it's almost like we never get the balance right. It's like when we're with people, we don't want to be. When we're on our own in a feeling of isolation, we want people, but we struggle sometimes to get the balance. But also the Hermit is also about going slow, pulling back, slowing down, seeking into the wise owl, which lies the wisdom and those pieces of philosophy and understanding and processing. So maybe some of you actually this week are going to be processing, are going to be healing, maybe are having to go a little bit slower and just find yourself again. And what's great with the Hermit card is you have this lantern, so you can pull back, you can be sort of out of the game for a little while if you need to, but when you feel ready to walk the path of life, you know, that light, that sort of lantern that's being carried will light the foot, sort of like the footfall, like the pathway forward, as it were, you know. So, you know, you can live on your terms. It is all about living on your own terms, but I think some of us have to be a bit gentle this week. So maybe you've also been somebody that you've been here, there and everywhere doing lots of bits and pieces, and maybe you're just being encouraged to rest a little bit, you know, because the Hermit card can also be about needing to just rest and process and be still and just get your bearings before you move forward into that next cycle, that next wave, that next vibration. So quite an interesting card, but I need to slow down. I need to go a little bit kind of careful and also be cautious of your footing, because the Hermit is on snow and ice. There's a sense of not rushing into anything, you know, and then sort of finding that you sort of fall in the process. So there is a need here with this to sort of really watch and be aware of the path you walk, the footing that you take as you move forward when you feel ready to. So quite an interesting card, I think, actually, this week to come out. Very apt, I thought, this week. So I'm going to leave this card with you. Stay safe, stay well, stay fabulous. Have a beautiful week ahead. I'm just seeing if there's anything I need to sort of touch base with and let you know about. Obviously, I still will be doing my Zoom sessions and my Facebook videos later on in the week. I am going to have a little bit of time out, but I will still be processing that stuff. And then on Saturday, I'll be having a day off, but on Saturday I will be over at the new venue, Rowan's Closet Arcadia, which is in Swindon by the lovely Kelly. Me and Kelly have been on quite a journey together. She's done loads of my witches fairs. She was one of my original stall holders where my witches fairs sort of took place back in the day. So I'm really, really excited, really, really pleased for Kelly that she's opened up to her own space, her own premises. And last time I spoke to her last week, I think there were like 3 spaces left for readings. They may have gone since, but if you're interested in booking a session to see me for a face-to-face reading in Swindon, then drop Kelly a message on the shop page direct and she can get you booked in. If we can't get you booked in for this one, if it's booked up, there's a couple of other dates that have been sort of created, so you can always catch one of the other spaces if this one is full. So I think that's what I need to talk about this week. Obviously, thank you for all the love and the support for those people continuing to buy online readings and the tickets for the tour, which continues to be really exciting. So Weston-super-Mare is the next up and coming one. So can't wait to see some of you lovelies in Weston. I think I've got about 20 tickets left now. So if you're still unsure about coming, or you would like to, but you've not purchased your ticket yet, there's still time to be involved. So I'm going to leave it with you. Stay safe, stay well. Sorry that I'm probably really hanging and knackered in this video today. It's been quite a tiring day, and I'm just prepping myself for tomorrow. But I'm going to leave it with you. Enjoy your evening. Enjoy your, well, I'm doing it this evening. Sorry, it's really hard when you do it on a different day than you're used to. But enjoy the week ahead, and I will catch up with some of you lovelies very soon. Love and blessings. Take care. Bye for now.